All right, all right. Okay, well, top of the morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. What's up, everybody? As you're coming on in, let us know where you're coming in from. And welcome back to the IPA call. These calls are just like the best things in the world. And um, Fridays, we want to really spend this time to do the most important thing, which is celebrating you, right? There's so much that's been going on, right? We have a weekly pay plan, which is kind of cool. Friday ends the pay period, Saturday launches the next one. And week by week, our goal is to do better, right? And Friday's also Friday as well. I love it. Who here loves it that Partner Co sends you an email and it says, you just got paid? Does anyone else like that email? You're like, wow, that's great, you know? And that our goal is to make sure that week by week, we can continue to grow that paycheck. How? By continuing to do the things. We have an amazing system. We're posting twice a day. We're following the details, and we're constantly getting better in tuning and tweaking things so that we can continue to bless more lives with amazing products and our opportunities as well. In a little bit, by the way, I'd love to open this up. We have an amazing team that always puts together these Zooms. It takes a team to achieve a dream. We have our amazing Zoom hosts that man this or woman this actual Zoom. Today it's Peter Ho. So thank you to Peter for that. We have our prayer warriors that constantly cover us. So appreciate that. We'll end today with prayer, of course, as well too. And we also have our moderators. Moderators are vice presidents and above at the very least. And they lead these calls. They speak life into us. So they coach through us and many different things. But our moderators, I'd love to open up a time in just a bit. If there's anybody that you'd like to highlight, 30, 60 seconds, whether it's someone that's done something tremendous in their business, they've hit a new promotion, they've really stepped up, whatever that is, I'll open up in a bit for our moderators and I'll just go around and for you to shout out, whether it's in your team or anyone, right? We're a big family. So we're upline, downline, crossline, one family, one team and everything, right? So I'll open that up as well too. And also in the chats from everyone, I'll open up in a bit too for you to shout out anyone as well, because we just got lots of stuff going on all the time. Okay. So with that, let's start off with something fun. And we're going to start off with a giveaway. Who here loves to win stuff? So yeah, we just had 8 people win some amazing prizes. We are doing a November to remember and a Black Friday Blitz. So this is happening. This is going on. We kicked it off. We were around 10 days or so until Black Friday. And oh my gosh, we are going to be this is going to be the first year that in our career that we are going to be super strategic with Black Friday. Okay. We're always strategic, but we're extra strategic. We are lining up promotions. We are making sure we can maximize this. And I promise you this, we just got wind of Black Friday. I'm starting to go through some of our leadership and we're starting to see how do we actually make sure that we can maximize this. So you're going to be prepared with marketing assets and tools. Stay tuned next week. We're going to drip more and see what else we can do. I just want to make sure that we're allowed to say things because, corporate's very keen on this. So, but I will say that out of all Black Fridays and deals that there have ever been in North America, I know around the world there's amazing deals, but in North America, I'm talking about here. Wow. Let's just put it this way. There will be people, one thing that we're putting a lot of focus on, all promotions are amazing, but officer is a great one. Officer is the top 1%. Officer is when you're making at least $1,000 a week, if not more. In fact, what's cool is an officer, if you're making an officer check, quiz in the chat, how much pay line volume in 1 week is officer? Does anyone know? Throw it in there. Yeah, Kathy got it first. Pam got it second. Danielle got it third, right? I that there. That is a game-changing title. I remember the first time I got a comma in my weekly paycheck. Who here would love that? Like, it changes your perception of everything. You're like, wow, this could be a big deal. But did you know that if you're making an officer check, Lily's an officer, right? Did you know that if you make an officer check every week, you're actually building a 7-figure revenue business? Can you imagine you can go around the world and your business is actually doing 7 figures of sales a year? And you can say, I'm building a 7-figure business. Isn't that cool? Right? So that's a place that we want to put some things to. We're putting some things around the corner that hopefully by Monday we can share with you. So don't miss Monday's IPA call. But it's going to be great. Why do I bring that up? With Black Friday, I believe we're going to have a spree of a bunch of people going officer and above. Okay. There will be senior officers, there'll be presidents, there'll be CEOs. Or if you're brand new, you're going to get into strategies, and we're putting this together on how to make a lot of money during the holidays. Like it's coming together, guys. It's going to be awesome. But how do you actually do that? Well, that's what this whole November to Remember is all about. You want to prime the pump. You want to make sure that right now is when you want to take massive action. Okay. Right now, I know I am super excited, Matt. This is the place. This is the time. You want to start having your conversations. You want to get people into the machine. You want to get people started right now, because the more people you have in the pipeline, as these deals drop, then you're going to see if you have 10 people in the pipeline. All right, cool. If you have 50, if you have 100, if you have 2, right, the more, the better. So put Prime in the comments below if you're still with me. Prime. This is just having lots of conversations, right? This is the place to be at. So to do that, we've put this into the Warrior Movement. It's in the featured section. And we have 10 days or so of this giveaway. And we have a form and everything. Whenever you put somebody into the machine, our done-for-you automated sales funnel, then you have a link. You have an entry into this. Whenever you enroll someone with at least 100 PV, every 100 PV of a new customer or of a new partner is 5 entries. The more, the better. And we're going to be continuously giving tons of entries and everything. So with that said, we just kicked this off and we're going to do our first official giveaway today. So let me see if I can get this up and running. But we do have a winner chicken dinner today. It's going to be really cool. So let me see if I can actually download this and do this correctly. Who do you guys think is going to win? This will be fun. All right. And I bet there are people here that are like, oh, I did stuff, but I didn't put in my entries yet. Put in your entries, right? Get that down. We're going to continue to do more giveaways as well. So I have it almost here. There it is, I think. Okay, hold up. It is up somewhere. There we go. Dramatic pause. Okay. Here we go. Who's ready to spin that wheel? Diane Odom said, I think Allison. Let's see. I have no idea, actually. I don't know. All right. Let's spin this wheel. Paula, congratulations. You are our winner today. Come on. Paula, how does it feel to win?
I'm like, oh my gosh, I just won. My son just walked in here in the kitchen because I was hoping for Katie Garner to win.
Oh, Katie's awesome as well too, of course. But today you are the winner. So congratulations, Paula. Thank you for always being you. If you guys know Paula, she is a prayer warrior. She covers everybody. She is like, and she's just helping the entire team. So well-deserved. Congratulations. And can't wait for you to get your.
Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. All right. So keep on going, guys. Remember, like, you can always put it in trees. We're going to continue to do this. We have around 10 days on the clock. Check for the links and the forms and everything. So whenever you get some in the machine or you have someone that you've enrolled, put them in there because the winnings are going to go out. The question is, will it go to you? You can just by using those entries. All right. So we have that. Also, one thing is every week we do have promotions, right? Not every week will you get promoted, but it is great to have them, right? Every week you're either getting a promotion, you're helping someone else get promoted, or you're building up for your next one. Okay. But when we get promoted, we want to celebrate you like crazy within the entire Champions Network. Guys, we have been getting so many promotions ever since PXP, which can you guys believe was only 2 months ago, right? In Dallas, Texas. But since then, we've actually, even on the officer and above range, which is that top 1%, did you know that we just wrapped up another senior officer? There's about to be another senior officer. Probably 10 plus people have gone officer and above since PXP. That's over 1 or 2 a week. And it's getting crazy. Okay. So let's see. This is week 44. So the previous weeks, who got promoted. So let's give these. How awesome is that? Congratulations to everybody. We saw many familiar names there. If you saw somebody, shout them out in the chat below. We're going to interview Darlene in just a little bit, who was on there. Brenda, I saw there, right? Maria, Lena, so many amazing people. Guys, our systems are working. The products are working. Like work works, right? So we want to continue to celebrate you guys and everything. All right. So before I get into our interview today with Miss Darlene Wolf up in Canada, I want to give an opportunity for our moderators. If there's anyone that you want to shout out in particular, feel free to unmute yourself and just like shout anyone out. Allison, go for it.
Hey guys, I just want to, there's a couple people on our team that are running, that are on all the calls, that are they're doing everything. First of all, Sheila Tangway. She is coming, she is halfway to VP. I don't even know if she knows it. She's almost to vice president. And so she has bringing on teams. She is leading her team so well. I absolutely love working with her, and it's fun learning all together. But her newest partners are just going by the horns. They're just going. And then Matt and Jolene, can I just tell you, they are superstars. This is a dynamic duo that I absolutely love working with. They are also on their way to VP, and it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen, and I'm just so excited to work with them. It's just been such a blessing to have them. There's so many people on our team doing everything, but I want to shout out Alita Capel too, because she signed up to go to Destin with me. She is ready to go. We're going to be in Destin together already. So I just encourage everybody to get signed up for Destin. So anyway, there's a lot happening in our team, and I'm very excited.
Congratulations. Speaking of Destin and everybody, I completely ditto everyone and everything that's happened there. Like that's the way. Who here wants to walk the stage as a new promotion, right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments below. This business is a 90-day business, right? So we are putting especially big emphasis in North America specifically. So there's a couple Connect events going on. These are basically regional conventions. There is one in Greensboro, North Carolina, December 6th. So if you're in that area, grab that, go there, right? But February 6th to 7th specifically, Destin, Florida. I've been going to this one yearly for the last couple of years. It is, besides PXP, the biggest conference out of all the other meetings as well too. Like, it is all the who's who will be there. That's 90 days out. Beautiful Destin, Florida. I'm telling you, man, if my parents weren't in San Diego, I might consider moving to Destin, right? I left last year. I'm like, I want to get a place here, you know? So you want to go there. I was talking to Vanessa. She's out in Bangkok right now. She's like, I need to find a way to get to Destin. You know, it's like, grab your ticket and be sure to go there because we will celebrate you like crazy. So Allison and team, congratulations. Anyone else from moderators? Anyone else? Kathy.
Hey, I want to give a couple of shout outs to those who may not shout out. Gina Hill has been with Partner Co. for quite some time. Went to church one morning feeling like maybe it was over, you know, she was just kind of, maybe it's done, and sat in the front row for the first time. She never sits in the front row. And the pastor came up to her and prophesied over her, your business is going to show favor, something like that. And it was so inspiring. Well, she just signed up a brand partner and she watches these live at work, usually on the YouTube, but I want to give a shout out to you, Gina. I'm so proud of you. And Cheryl Hamp, I'm going to tell you, if you guys are on the Drop Revolution, you're seeing her everywhere posting. She has a new brand partner and a new customer in the UK. She's been watching and she's very methodical. And I didn't pressure her to be working as that, doing the brand partner aspect. And she's like, I'm ready to go. And she's amazing. So shout out to both of those. They're going to be rising stars.
Congratulations. Love them. Awesome. Who else we got? Paula.
So I want to shout out to somebody that's not technically on my team, but Jan Shipman is stepping out of her comfort zone and she's trying new things and she's wants to do everything she can to serve others, to grow her business. And I just want to just shout out to her. I just see a lot that's going to be coming her way because of her willingness to step out and try new things.
Love it. I saw she did a live yesterday. I was watching that. That was the last thing I saw before I fell asleep. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yes. Katie.
Now I want to shout out to my new brand partner. She's never on these calls because I think she works 18 hours a day, Athena. And she has actually gone through the system of growth through the boards and through Alice the bot, which I've never had to coach her on that. And I think that's amazing. She also is getting leads through the machine. And I need to get her to post to submit that. But I'm hoping she continues. But shout out Athena if you're watching the replay.
Congratulations. And shout out to Katie. I saw in the chat, Danielle said, you just qualified for the Millionaire Mentorship. Come on. Congrats. And guys, who here watched the call yesterday? Did Katie not do a phenomenal job? Right? Like, amazing to see her step in and lean in. Vanessa, of course, on this call too. Winner. Crushed it. There was almost 100 lines on the call, by the way. Like, that was awesome. Like, really, really well done. All of our replays are on our Wellness 360 YouTube, by the way, too. We're going to be posting that replay also in the prospect groups, Wellness 360 and Drop Revolution as well. So congratulations. Peter.
Definitely want to shout out Team Hawaii. As you know, we're growing this event, especially Fran and Dory. They're actually invite queens to this event. You know, I think both of them have over 50 people combined going to that event, especially even changing up, having a drop top next week. Thursday, guys, if you guys are available, drop top from Team Hawaii at 6:30 Hawaii time, 8:30 PST. We're all going to be there. Thank you, James, for being on as a guest speaker. But super excited and really just want to shout them out for all their hard work, dedication, and just the teamwork they're putting in.
Let's go. By the way, who here has people in Hawaii or you want to expand in Hawaii? So every week now, we just change up our IP schedule. So Thursday, we're going to always have a prospect facing call. So next Thursday will be that Hawaii call. So we'll get those details out there and everything. I know it might be odd hours for some people, but we'll have replays, all that as well. So I think we all don't need an excuse to want to go to Hawaii. So congratulations, Team Hawaii. Shout out to Peter for leading the charge. I mean, I have never seen an event. That's a lot of people. Like, that's a lot of people. But to see you just take charge of that has been amazing. So well done to you and team. Cassie.
Yeah, so I have a few that I want to shout out. I want to shout out Dana Baldwin, who's been plugging into the calls very regularly, learning and growing and just working through some discouragement and just reaching out to me. We're working through tactics to try to, get her sales and all of that. I also want to shout out Michelle Schurter. She's new to my team. She bought a 4-pack when she started, and she sold all 4 boxes of her 4-pack. And then, of course, Paula Allen, she is just on fire. She's out there talking to all kinds of new people. And yeah, we're just excited.
Come on. Fire everywhere. Congrats. Thanks, Cassie, and congrats to the team. Dana.
Yes, sir. I'll try to be quick because I think I have bad connection. So hopefully you guys can hear me. But
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to a few leaders who are perfect. I want to give a shout out to a few leaders who have taken the initiative to schedule a strategy session around Black Friday and with me, and they have done that. So that's Miss Shelley Lodgeland, Miss Florence Tizone, Miss Evita Lamawin, Mr. Jesse Pamantuan, Miss Mama Sandy, and from Australia, Cindy Mundy and Alicia Cesaro, which I know they can't be on this call, but I just want to give a shout out to all those individuals because they have all met with me individually to strategize how to make the most of Black Friday. I know all of them are planning to rank up at least 2 ranks that week, and they're priming the pumps right now. So proud of them, and I know that's just the beginning.
Congratulations. Let's go. Gosh, the Harpers and F10X and the entire team, they've been crushing it. This last week, they had multiple officers occur. Jody Garner and Mike out in Australia, and also Rick and Janine just achieved officers to their partners council in Australia. Lots of cool things, but strategy is a really big thing. Who here, by the way, would like to learn some strategy from someone like Mr. Dana Harper as well? That's one of his big skills. He's a strategist. He's like a gamer behind the scenes that like can pull this and, twist this. So we're definitely going to, we were talking about it yesterday, but we're going to talk about strategy with the team as well too. So well done. And that's a really good tip. If you're not moving in your business as quickly as you want to, perhaps you're missing a strategy. There's a saying that it's 80% strategy, 20% execution. So well done to all those leaders that said, hey, let's talk. And then boom, let's execute. So well done there. And the better 3/4 to Mr. Dana. What's up, Amelia?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Oh my gosh, I am so fired up, and thank you all so much for just the light that you bring and the just action takers, and you pump a lot of energy in me. But I want to give a quick shout out to Miss Francine Perry and Miss Mama Sandy for hosting a virtual drop talk last weekend. So that was awesome. I was in St. Louis area and went and visited Miss Mama Sandy, and she was able to host a drop talk, and that was awesome. And of course, we had the strategy sessions as well. So Ms. Francine, thank you so much for stepping out and sharing your story. And we have a lot of feedback from that event, so that's awesome. I also want to give a quick shout out to Mr. Louis Taylor, Miss Adela, because they're preparing for an event tomorrow, I believe. So
yes,
they've been actively inviting for that event and waking up early. Our accountability AM folks with F10S, great job. waking up early in the morning to do some IPAs and send some invites, and they're really, really working hard. So great job, everyone. Really, really proud of this amazing fam team, and you guys are firing me up. So that's it.
Well done. I love the collaboration always within the entire family. Yeah, tomorrow, if you have people in San Diego, Murrieta area, we're doing a customer appreciation celebration. So Louis will be there, Adele will be there, a bunch of our partner co-fam will be there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yes, congratulations, everyone. Wow, guys, does everyone just feel more warm and fuzzy and just everything, Yeah, it's not just me recovering from illness. It is because there's real love. I think about what Vanessa Fielden said on the call yesterday. Really, it's the community and the tribe that is X factor special to everything that we have going on here, So thanks everybody for just shouting everyone out. That was extremely special. And we want to use these Fridays too to really dive deeper into some of our amazing stories because there's so many of them. But all it takes is just one key nugget to change your life, right? And Darlene Wolf is somebody that I had a chance to meet when we were in Calgary for their launch event for Canada. And Darlene's always diligently on these calls. Her partner's always on these calls. Her team's always on these calls. And she's one of those people that is kind of silent but deadly in the sense that she's super humble, but she's doing some amazing things. When I saw that she went director and her team, like Brenda went manager, and there's so many others that have happened. I'm like, I'm personally curious what's going on. So Miss Darlene Wolf, hailing all the way from Canada, which province and city again?
Oh, James, Edmonton, Alberta.
Edmonton. I was just talking about Edmonton yesterday, actually. Congratulations. How does it feel being a director? What does that mean for you?
Oh, thank you so much. And thanks for the invite, and happy Friday to everybody and happy payday. To reach director, well, it was very exciting and just happened very quickly. And yeah, I'm just like surprised.
That's a good problem to have. Who here would love a
Yes.
good surprise like that, right? Okay. Well, walk us through this because in business, there's always different seasons of business. And what I've watched, at least from afar, is that you've been super diligent and committed and faithful. You're always on the IPA calls. You're always doing the do. Of course, there's things that are always happening, but then now there's a big achievement like this. What's a tip for when you feel like things aren't happening for you as fast as you want? How do you go through that and then continue?
Well, yeah, there's been a lot of hiccups. And as you know, Canada's had a few little issues as well. So yeah, it's been a lot of keeping the faith, plugging every day and keeping going. And there's been days that I've wanted to say, yeah, well, I'm done. But I keep coming here, and you keep seeing the people and the community and feeling the love, and it just makes you want to keep going. And everybody goes at a different pace. And there's been people that have been in this business for years and people that have just started, and then they go like crazy. And then there's people that have been here for over a year and we're a little bit slower, but we're slow and steady wins the race, right?
100%. The truth is most people are, years and decades of overnight success, right? Success is a journey. It's a process and we embrace that, but it always comes at the right time. All right. So let's now walk through director then. Looking into that, what were some key strategies or things that you and the team did to actually do that? Director, by the way, is 2,000 points in 1 week on a pay line. So that's what we're looking at here.
Well, Brenda, of course, who just got ranked manager. Congratulations, Brenda. Well, she brought in her brand partner, Gwen. And Gwen is somebody that we've worked with before in another business. And she's a little bit of a spitfire. And she just went to work and she didn't know anything, and we were just saying, okay, well, here you need to do this, and it was just a whole team effort, and everybody was there for everybody. I mean, my phone was chiming more than it's chimed in forever. And it was like, oh, okay, I got something to do here. Let's help this person out. And yeah, we're just learning along the way. And then Gwen signed up Anna, and Anna's been out there working, and they're just really rocking it down there in Calgary. So that's very exciting, and that's how we got to where we are, and it just pushed everybody to their new rank.
That's huge.
So
Anna, we see you in the chats below. Congratulations. Gwen, we've seen everywhere. I mean, Gwen was doing so much. I had to reach out. I think I reached out to Danielle. I'm like, who's Gwen? Like, it's like I just see her name everywhere, right? Like, she's adding people into the group. She's like shouting people out. You can tell, by the way, people ask me a lot, James, how do I know if I found a leader? It's very simple. A, do they show up? Are they on these calls? Are they in the groups? Like, can you see them, right? B, are they taking action? If they're not showing up and they're not taking action, they need time to just immerse, right? They're going to work on themselves. But the action takers are going to be ready. Now, if you don't mind, I'd love to, do you mind if I pull up Brenda here too? Because I know she's on this call.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to break this down. Brenda, what's up? Do you mind unmuting yourself? I know I didn't ask you to come on earlier. Hope you don't mind.
Well, it's been interesting since we brought Gwen online. Let me tell you, she's keeping Darlene and I on our toes for sure.
Can I ask you right before that, Brenda? So how did, because you guys have had relationship with Gwen. So I'm curious, what was the turning point? Like, how did that connection finally happen where she came on board?
She was actually following me on Facebook with my journey for the drops. So it was more, I think it was more her husband Jojo than it was her. But she was at the point already where she was trying to figure out how to lose weight. Her sleep wasn't good. She's a registered nurse by trade, right? So she reached out to me and she said, I want to know about these drops. I said, okay, not a problem. And we've been friends for a while. And so I said, sure. I sent her the machine link. And within 24 hours, she purchased, she became a brand partner, and she fired off.
Okay. So pause here. Okay. So she went from, I want to buy a box of drops. She sent it to the machine. How did she become a partner? Did you guys talk about that, or she just signed herself up as a partner? Like, how did that happen?
She bought a box. She watched the video. She watched she went into the machine and watched everything. She messaged me probably at 3:00 in the morning because she had just come off a shift. And I'm like, what the hell? Why is my phone dinging at 3 in the morning? Right. I'm like, okay. So then I'm looking at her message. I got up and I went, okay. So I messaged her back and she said, I've looked at everything. I want to become a partner. I want to make extra money. That's what she wants. She doesn't want to do nursing forever and ever, she said. So I said, that's fine. I totally understand. Right. So yeah, so she bought a box of drops and she bought one box of drops, and then we were chatting and she said, well, I said, if you become a brand partner, these are the steps you need to do. You need to go through Alice Bot. You need to go through all the training first and stuff like that, which she did. And she went and bought the ultimate package, and she went ultimate in a week.
Come on.
Yeah, she's a spitfire, this one, so she keeps Darlene and I on our toes for sure, right?
Wow. So, wow. Yeah. That is so awesome. Guys, there's so much from that, because you never know who's watching. And one thing I've seen after doing this business for 16 years now is your greatest partners, the greatest leaders, the spitfires that are out there, many times they're actually watching you to see if you're going to stick and stay. They're seeing, are you really serious and committed about this? Because Brenda, how long have you been on the drops now? and sharing your journey?
I've been on the drops a year.
Okay, a year.
Yeah, about a year, and I've lost 40 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, congratulations.
Yeah, I've lost 40 pounds and probably, I haven't measured myself for a while, but I know that I've lost inches because all my clothes are getting too big and I have to freaking go shopping. So like
Good problem to have. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a question for everybody. Would it be worth it if you committed 1 year of your life to just working on you, doing the deal, showing up, and then you had someone like a Gwen come on board who just wanted to be a customer, sold herself through everything, right? The machine talks about the 6-figure blueprint, all these things, and then getting started in Ultimate because now it's going to continue to get crazy, right? Are you willing to do that? Because wow, it's happening. So congratulations. Yeah. Anything else, Brenda?
Yeah. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
Gwen, you're here. What's up, Gwen? Hey.
Hey, Gwen, nice to see you.
Congrats.
I'm like my husband is he still works full time, which is fine, whatever. But his work is forcing him to retire a year early, right? So he has to retire in December. So I mean, they're giving him great compensation, whatever. I'm not worried about that, but our goal is to be financially stable and all that stuff. So I'm working my goal right now is to try to hit director by the end of December.
Come on. Who here knows
that's my
happening?
goal? I want to hit director by the end of December. I have a vision board in my office downstairs, and I've got director across the top of it, and that's my goal, to hit director by the end of December. So I'm gung-ho to do this. And after being on the millionaire mentorship call with an Annika, oh my God, that girl is fire. Like seriously, right? So yeah, that's my goal. So we want to, we would just want to do this and enjoy our lives, enjoy our grandchildren, and have a better life all the way around. So
amazing. Super inspiring. It's already done. Congratulations, Brenda, Gwen, Anna, team. Darlene, that means it sounds like we're not going to say director as well too, right?
No, we'll be senior director by the end of the year.
Yes, at the very least. I think it'll be more, honestly. Good problems to have. Oh.
Yeah. Well, with Black Friday coming up, yeah, everything's possible, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Canada, the Black Friday is awesome, by the way. Okay, so I can't wait to share with you guys. But Darlene, Brenda, team, congratulations. I'll just end it with this quote. The saying is, it's better to be properly prepared without an opportunity than to have an opportunity without being properly prepared. What I hear and see from Darlene and Brenda is you two have put in the work to be properly prepared. You know the steps, you know the system, you're posting, you're using the machine, you're doing the things so that when all this comes in, you're like, oh, just do this. But had you not known that, you would get lost and you would probably miss out on that opportunity. So way to be prepared to serve. Well done, guys. Well done. All right. We're going to hear more from these guys for sure. We already know, but huge congrats. Guys, throw tons of love in the chat. Let's go. All right. Man, so to conclude our amazing IPA call, how fun. We want to make sure, like, how do you start getting more leads into the machine? How do you start getting more people exposed to the drops? How do you start making money now? How do you start taprooting? How do you start expanding those conversations as well? Kelly Smith was sharing with us something really cool that she's going to teach us on today. But Kelly, my gosh, you've been busy, sister. Tell us what's been going on.
Hey, yeah, I have. It's been good. So I'm going to push you guys a little bit today, if that's okay. I'm going to push you out of your comfort zones. This might not be comfortable for some of you, so I'm going to challenge you to do it anyways, right? So I did an event last weekend in my town. It was a little tiny event, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. So I bought a 10-pack. So I had drops with me. And the event was really, it was great. It was like a local, like kind of like farmer's market type of thing. And there was a lot of older people there. So I got lots of contacts, but I didn't sell any of the drops. So I was like kind of bummed. I was like, oh, But I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not going to sit here with a 10-pack. So what can I do to move those quickly? And I know Tammy has talked about this. A few others have talked about a host to post. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to try this host to post, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to do 2 styles. So I'm going to tell you about both. Anybody have friends in your life, like your close people that are not in your business or have not tried the products? They're not interested, but you love them because they're friends or family. Of course, right? We have a lot of those people. So I said, how can I leverage those people? Because they love me, they trust me, and they would support me. They're just not interested in what I have. So I said, okay, I'm going to do a host to post specifically for those people. They're not looking to have the product. They're not looking for the business, but they have a social media and they would like to support me. So I sent some messages to some of my girlfriends and I said, hey, I know you're not interested in the business. I know you're not interested in what I have, but will you do me a favor and do a host to post? I will give you the information. I will create the post and all you have to do is post it on your social media and then tag me. Because somebody on your page might be interested in what I have, right? So just because your friend is not interested or your sister is not interested doesn't mean she doesn't have 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 people on her social media that might be interested. So I did that. I reached out to several people and they said, of course I will, right? They were all super open to do it. So they made a post and they tagged me. And it was basically just like, hey, this is my friend Kelly. This is what she does. She's really excited about helping, women with their hormones, weight, blah, blah, blah. If you're interested, comment below and I'll connect the 2 of you. So I didn't really think anything of it, but y'all, I have sold 2 boxes every day for the last 3 days. So I have been super busy. People are hungry for what we have. And it's a great way to get new people into your network. Just because someone isn't interested doesn't mean they cannot connect you with people that are, okay? So I'm going to challenge you to do that, to reach out to your friends or family that are close to you, that like you, trust you, will support you by doing something so simple as creating a Facebook post, right? You're able to tap in to someone else's network. So if somebody is looking for what we have, they're going to be connected to you thanks to your friend or family. Okay. So I did that and I got a great response. And I also had a bunch of people in my network. Anybody ever want the drops, but they're like, hey, sister, I just can't afford it. Like, I really want to try it, but I can't financially do it. That's a huge amount of people, right? So how can we include those people and help them be able to afford the drops? And the host to post is such a great way. It really does 2 things. It taps into their network and it shows them, hey, I might be able to do what Kelly does. I made a single post. These people, I said, hey, anybody who's wanted to enter the free drop drawing, I've reached out to them. So anybody who said, hey, I want a free box, or they've talked to you about the drops and they're like, I want to try it, but I can't afford it. I went and touched all of those people. And I said, hey, and I have scripts for this we can share, but I just said, hey, I have a really fun way that I might be able to help you get your drops for free. Are you interested? And of course, because they've already opted to say, hey, can I win the free box? I knew they would be interested. So I did the same type of thing with a little different verbiage. I had them post something for me and tag me, and they went into their network to see who might be interested in doing it with them. So the post that I created for them was like, hey, this is my friend Kelly. I've been watching her for the last several months. She specializes in helping women with their hormones, losing weight, all the things. I'm really excited about giving it a try, and I can't wait to see my results over the next 90 days. So I did that specifically so they knew that person was wanting to try it and they were expectant over 90 days to see results. Okay. And then I had them say, do a call to action saying, if you want to do this with me, if you want to try this with me, drop a 1 and I'll connect you with Kelly. So you guys, I had such an incredible response. I've had people texting me and Facebook messaging me and putting me into chats that aren't in our business, right? They're just wanting to try the drops. They're like, oh, can I connect you with my girlfriend? She wants to do it, right? So there's a cool way to say, hey, if you get 2 or 3 people, we can get you a couple boxes and you can actually have yours for free, right? There's so many ways to break this down. They can do it as a preferred customer. They can do it as a brand partner. There's a lot of ways to do it. So don't overcomplicate it and worry. Just get the post up and then we'll show you guys how to convert and do all those things. But this is a great way. I think I'm down like six boxes and an advantage in the last 3 days. So you guys, this is a no-brainer. People want what we have. We have to tap into other people's network. We have to use people to connect. Just because someone's not interested doesn't mean they don't have a network of very, very interested people. So I'm going to challenge you to go outside your comfort zone, make those posts today. Yes, we can share the scripts. They're in one of our leadership chats, so I'll make sure everybody gets them. The post that you send, or the message that you actually send people, and the post that I've given them. So I'll give you guys both of those things.
So good. Just a quick, I think everyone's mind is blown. It's so simple. It's so mind-blowingly simple, but it's so powerful. So you can do this through links. You could do this through drops on hand, everything on the boards currently. And then we're going to update more. Thanks, Danielle. She's making them, as she always does, super pretty and everything. But when you go to the main boards and under the drops, sell drops, we have in answering questions a folder called Can't Afford Host to Post. Because usually these things happen when you're talking about the drops. You say, oh, I can't afford it. Let's go host the post, right? So we have the standard, what we've had already. We're going to amplify this more with some other options as well, too. There's a color block post we have here. There's scripting and stuff, too. But then we're also going to include Kelly's as well, because Kelly's doing some amazing things. So what I'm going to do today, Kelly, is we've had these posts. This is one of them in the Drop Revolution, also in Wellness 360. Danielle made one as well too, with the free post drawing, which, by the way, this happened a week ago. I'm still getting people commenting on this. Still gets every day. I'm getting new notifications on this, even though we gave away the drops already, because it keeps on flooding people's feed, right? So just like what Kelly said, look through that, see if your prospects, your friends are on there. That's a great follow-up tool to do exactly what Kelly just said right there, which is super nice. Kelly, anything else on that end?
Yeah, I just, you guys, we're moving into a crazy season, and a lot of people are like, oh, this is a terrible time in network marketing. Like the holidays, people aren't spending money. That is so not true. Like in my experience in the industry, this is where it starts to turn up. People do spend money. They do want to change. They do want to feel better, even if it's the holidays. So don't think because we're in a crazy busy season that people aren't still looking and needing what we have. The more you talk about it right now, the more that's going to launch your 2026. So I would say we should not take our foot off the gas, especially right now during the holidays, because this is when people are really looking. They're looking towards January. They're looking to get through the holidays without feeling stressed, without gaining weight, right? Without feeling exhausted. So I would say really take this time to do the system of growth, get your posting up, do the host to post, make sure you're adding people into the challenge, because there are so many people looking for what we have.
Love it. Kelly, thank you for leading from the front and sharing something so powerful. I'm pumped. I'm like, all right, let's go. Awesome. Perfect. All right, everybody. Who here is committed, by the way, to doing exactly what Kelly just said? Put me in the comments below. That is homework for today. So check the chats, check everything, but hey, take messy, fun action, right? You heard what Kelly just said, and just go for it. All right. So we'll close things out here. What an amazing call. Wow. I'm just like amazed by all of you. There's so many different notes that there are here today. Reminder, next Monday, we're going to have back on here our IPA call. Mondays are a Motivation Monday now. And I think we should be able to launch something really cool. We're working on ironing some details. It might deal with some white fun. Maybe I'll just leave it at that. Okay. So with that, we will enter into keep on doing the November to remember, keep on putting in your entries, and we will end with a time of prayer. So if you want to linger with us, definitely do that. If you want to pop off, we honor that as well too. But it's going to be Matt or Jolene. So let me know.
You get Jolene today.
I get Jolene today. Let's go, Jolene. Let me put you up here real quick. All right. Over to you.
Hello. So I just want to start with the Lord gave me this morning. I actually had something else in mind, but he spoke something much different as we were listening in on the call. So with Friday being what we have decided to market it as, right? Celebrating and recognizing, but also encouraging. So here's the word. So encourage each other and build each other up. Is that not what we get to do? And not only with each other, but also with our clients and our customers and our potential brand partners, potential, just the world needs us, right? Yesterday was World Kindness Day. And as a teacher, we spend a lot of time talking about that in the classroom. And we have the opportunity to spread kindness and encourage and do it through the avenue of the drops. So I'm just encouraged, and I hope you guys are too. So let's pray. Father God, we come before you today and we just thank you for guiding and leading and directing us to such a wonderful organization to be able to have an avenue to share who you are, and through health and body and mind and just the areas that we can tap into. You've given us such a venue and such a vehicle to move and speak. I just thank you for our leadership, for the drips that we've been getting and the drops that they've been sharing, the nuggets of truth and wisdom. Just thank you for this week, like the amount of stuff that has been poured into us this week. We thank you for that. We thank you for placing people where they should be for such a time as this. And so today we ask that you give us the people in our path that we need to serve. Place people, put people on our minds and our hearts, bring them into our path so we can serve them to the best of our abilities through you. We ask that you go before us this week and bring us all back together on Monday and with a refreshing and a fire to hear what this white stuff is, and just give us that fire to burn brighter as we move into this holiday season, which ultimately we are so thankful for you and your gift. And we are so grateful that we get to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of those US holidays. I don't know if they have them in the other parts of the world, but we get to celebrate you. So I just thank you for this team. I thank you for all the people that you've brought together. And I just ask that you go before our weekend and bring us all back together again on Monday. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Hey, feel free to mute yourself.
Amen.
In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. And God
Jolene.
bless.
Amen.
Thank you